At 2 a.m. Eastern Standard Time, multiple unidentified objects were confirmed to have entered Earth's atmosphere. It is speculated that these objects are of extraterrestrial origin. Continue to carry out the following instructions.
I had had the concept for the Siren Head costume in my mind for a while. This was my first sketch of it, creating a headless illusion piece for the torso with a tube that attached to the back. And I already owned some stilts, and I just wanted to add some stilt covers. I also had claws from Gary Fay Creations in mind for the hands. For the sirens, I used a metal curtain rod and purchased a flashing light from Amazon with a magnetic bottom. And I used paper mache on a couple of sporting event cones to give them a little bit more of a lip and the shape I wanted. I knew I wanted to use a slightly transparent dark fabric, but I had really lucked out when I went to Joann's Fabrics and found this kind of shredded, slightly see-through dark fabric that also had some lighter tones scattered throughout. It was also smooth on one side and shredded on the other, which gave me some options. I'll mention now that I did redesign the torso piece so that it was made out of foam board that I got at Staples. I also made it so that each piece velcros to itself so it can be easily transported. On the back, there's also a little piece here that holds the pole in place. So there's Velcro on the inside and Velcro on the pole, but this little piece on the top and bottom that kind of help hold it in place a lot better as it shakes around a little bit as I'm walking. There are also straps made out of foam and tape and some Velcro that Velcro to the front here. There's also some foam so that as I breathe it can bellow in and out without pulling on the Velcro. Once the torso was ready to wear, I cut out a piece of the fabric after measuring it, made sure it lined up and I was able to see through it. This is how the actual head looked once I was finished with it. I used paper plates that I painted the teeth and gums on, and the lip of the paper plate fit in nicely to the siren, so I just used glue, and then used acrylic paint to add my own artistic details. I have a Bluetooth speaker velcroed to the top and connected through auxiliary down through a splitter which connects to a throat mic that then wires into my phone, which I have velcroed here. And using the app RoboVox, I use that button to alternate the sound of my voice through that throat mic. Using my smartphone and tactical throat mic, this is the configuration I use now. The portable amplifier allows for the speakers to be even louder over traffic and just general city noise. Some people don't find Siren Head to be very physically intimidating, but I think his horror factor comes from the primal fears that are triggered by unknown sound, as well as his in plain sight camouflage. I used the screen record option to gather a bunch of different Siren Head noises from YouTube, as well as sound effects of tripods from War of the Worlds, the Purge siren, the voice of Sauron from Lord of the Rings, as well as Minecraft cave noises and a bunch of other general horror sound effects. To put all the sounds together so they play continuously as I walk around, I used the same app I'm using now called Video Shop to split the sound and add them to one long blank video that plays for 30 minutes. About to do a test run around the neighborhood. Stilt covers are looking good. About to try the voice modulator.
I attach this button right here at the thumb.
So now I can have that booming.
This outfit can take up to 20 minutes to put on, and is one of the few that I will always need to have an assistant with me, usually to help me put the siren on last. but also to walk around with me, help me deal with obstacles, and generally assist me if something on my costume starts to have issues. Here I go on my first test walk. As you could hear, I had the tripod blaring. I'm able to see and maneuver pretty easily, but I need an assistant to help just in case there's low-hanging wires or anything. I live in Los Angeles in 2020, so I wasn't quite sure how my neighbors were going to react, but they all seemed like they were down to clown. Now let's play at night. I took Siren Head to Santa Monica for the first time at night, where it was a huge hit. Even the weather was on my side. Some fog rolled in. It was a lot of fun, and even though people were not sure what they were seeing, they really enjoyed it. Here I am down in Long Beach, where I have previously worked on Queen Mary's Dark Harbor as a monster entertainer. Siren Head in Hollywood. 2020 seemed like the perfect year to make this costume, and with lockdowns, I had plenty of time to do it. I had fun walking around Southern California during the month of October on the weekends, but if you'd like Siren Head to appear near you, feel free to reach out to me. Thanks a lot. Bye.